This call is now being recorded.
Dear participants, very good afternoon and warm greetings to all of you today. Welcome in our 2 week national level geospatial 2 week national level capacity building program on geospatial technology in research and development. So today we will going to start our session after 5 minutes after remaining participant can able to join with us. And hello sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Okay. And first of all, on behalf of IIGST, we would like to give a special vote of thanks, Mr. Shovik Pal sir, for joining with us today in this special day to deliver and share his view. So, we requesting all the participants. After 5 minutes, we would start our session.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
टीवी चला गया।
So thank you everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce our today's guest lecturer, Mr. Shovik Pal sir. Mr. Shovik Pal is a distinguished geospatial professional with working experience in geospatial industries. He is currently working as a pre-sales manager in S3 India. Moreover, Share has a diverse unique knowledge, expertise, skill and experiences. So today along with us, Sir is present here and we are eagerly waiting for a good address from you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
It's over
thank
to
you,
you.
Sudesh. So shall I start?
Yes, sir, you can start.
Okay, fine. So my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Yes, now it's visible. Yeah. So you all able to share my screen and it is visible to all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, and myself Shobhik Pal. So I'm basically the technical pre-sales manager, and I'm taking care of the mainly eastern region, especially in the northeast and Bihar and Jharkhand. Okay, and today is basically I'll tell you about what ISRI and what we did, what kind of solution we have, and how those who are student and those who are like means beginner in the GIS and who is also like professional and how they can help with the RGS platform, right? So you know that ISRI is a basically global company, and ISRI is a basically global company, and it is basically formed in 1969 Redland, California. Okay, and we in India we started our journey from 1996. So in India, in our head office is Noida, whereas we have around 5,000 plus customers, and we have mainly all the mission critical project we have been doing, and we have multiple locations. And in Eastern region, we have our head office in Kolkata, where I am seated here, and the rest of here also we have our own offices. Okay. So you know that RGS is a very much trusted platform, and now this platform is like all the mission critical projects for the running by the government of India. For example, like smart cities, you know that is Unram project, Amrut missions, also for various government department like NATMO, GSI, Soil of India, Survey of India, and others also various like your forest department, agriculture department. So everywhere, whenever like any kind of mission, yeah, every kind of department we have our presence and we have our solution there. Not only that, in education sector also we have a lot, like all of the like IITs and other named institution, we have our solution and products. Okay. So this is some of the leading institute is where actually we have our solution and have our products. It's the GS product. Those already they are actually using for a long time. Okay. So what is basically GIS for infrastructure? So we have know that earlier means GIS means like a kind of a desktop software, and where actually we understand that it is we can create some GIS kind of layers and some sort of mapping. But no, today's this scenario is totally changed, where actually there are totally community based. There are multiple departments, those who are sharing their data, and that data also you can bring in your desktop platform. From desktop also you can share the data on the web over the like your enterprise platform, and also you can call it from your field of operation. Also from field also, if you want to share your data, you can share the data with your mobile application. That data also comes to the server, and from server also you can bring it to your own ArcGIS platform, yeah, ArcGIS desktop. So in this way actually GIS is revolving, and modern GIS is reflecting in this way only. And where yeah, multiple department, government of India, there are multiple department for every state. They have the different department, so different organization. So they can also share their data, and that data also can bring in the communities. So in ISRI also there is a big communities where actually people are from the different department, they are sharing their data, and that data is a basically huge repository we have. And definitely during the demo session I will showcase you that how which kind of data we have and how the application is sharing and others data is sharing. Okay. So nowadays geospatial infrastructure is basically transforming all the organization, where actually a lot of advanced spatial analysis is going on. There are a lot of machine learning, deep learning techniques also is there. Or not only that, there is also very much in the cloud. All the cloud means some data also in the cloud. That data also can bring in your platform. Also in RGS platform, we have some smart mapping and visualization. So altogether, is GIS is not like only the simple desktop platform where you can create some sort of data. Yeah, it can make some sort of data. And not only that, even some real-time analysis. Suppose some vehicle is moving, so that it also can track with our GIS platform, and from there also you can do some sort of analysis. So a lot of thing is there. Even for example, if you take the reason, so this is almost, it is the starting of the monsoon. So you know that there is very much rainfall is occurred, and sometimes we have seen in India throughout the various states comes under the flood. So if suppose some river is there and there some department already installed some IoT devices, so that from IoT devices also you can bring the and you can collect the information and you can bring into the map, GIS map. So altogether it is totally different nowadays, GIS. Okay. So but traditionally, what we mean the data, because you know for any GIS and for any GIS analytics, data is very much important. So nowadays our GIS, it supports various kind of data. Is maybe the tabular data, that kind of tabular data is support our platform. Not only that, if you have like point cloud data, yeah, lidar data, you have captured some sort of point cloud data, lidar data. That from that data also you can extract the building, you can extract the trees. So this kind of facilities also available with us. Not only that, if you might be working with some sort of terrain. So for example, land resource department, water resource department, those mainly working with the some sort of terrain. So might be they require some sort of digital elevation model. So that data also available with us, and that from that data also means ArcGIS platform can access and it can give the result. Also, satellite imagery is a very vital part, because you know that for any kind of analysis, imagery-based analysis, imagery is very much important. And in ASRI ArcGIS platform, we have Sentinel imagery series of data. Also, we have directly you can access the Landsat data, and that data also you can create on the fly. You can check. You can also analyze that data, and you can get the result. Not only that, if you suppose if you are working in the mining field. So in the mining field, they mostly use the subsurface data, where actually there are many mineral deposits there. So you want to access what is the cross profile, and if you explore the data, so that kind of voxel layer is also supported by ISRI ArcGIS platform. And you know that normally any GIS institute normally working with point line and polygon features. So it's basically normal GIS features. Yes, this is a vector data. That vector data definitely is supported by us and ISRI. And not only that, there are, I'll show you that how you can access and how you can get the beautiful map and statist all the things. Along with that, ISRI nowadays also support all the kind of 3D data. If you have some 3D Studio Pair, from there also you can create the 3D model, and based on that you can also you can browse the 2D maps and 3D map parallelly. That is also another advantages of our ISRI ArcGIS products. And not only, yes, it is very much important because suppose if you want to correlate that what is the 2D structure, yeah, 2D feature is there, and what is the scenario in 3D. For that case, it is very much important. For it can be benefited for those who are working in the urban planner, town planner. Same way, it is also very much important for like disaster management. Suppose they want to, some damages happen. So what was the actual 3D structure, and where is the actual location? So this kind of scenario you can generate, you can analyze it. And also some people might be working with the BIM model, building information model, and CAD data. So that CAD data is basically the entire building structure. So that structure also you can access and you can analyze with our GIS platform, where you can get the information every building, and under the building what is the floor and where is the other structure also. In the same way, you know that big data is nowadays is very much important, where actually multiple data is coming from multiple format. Okay, so that data analyzing capability is also available with ISRI ArcGIS platform. Suppose somebody is working with the climate data. So climate data, you know that there are multiple parameters there, like rainfall, like wind speed, and other parameters. So there are at a time, for example, in India also, for multiple states and there and multiple town is there. So there are multiple type of data incoming. So in the very short time, you can analyze it and you can use that data in our ArcGIS platform. Not only that, we did another example, like flight is moving, that flight and ships are also moving. So where is that their current location, and how you can analyze is their track everything. That is comes under the big data, and that the big data also you can easily means analyze, and you can manage that data with our ECRGS platform. Along with that, nowadays is IoT is also very much important. I already told. Suppose you have installed some sort of sensor, that devices maybe you installed in the vehicles, so you can easily track and you can get the information. Not only that, you have installed your IoT devices to the ferry boats, so you can easily track the vehicle, or means your means ship movement, yeah, like vessel movement on the river. And along with that, you can also install the IoT devices in the river side, where actually it will help to understand, to get the information about the water level, and that data also you can bring it the ArcGIS platform. You can understand, and you can create a necessary map, and you can create some sort of report. And the same way also is the ArcGIS platform support the multi-dimensional data. So that multi-dimensional data is also very much important. Here multiple information is there. So that kind of data you can easily extract, and you can analyze with our ArcGIS platform. So there are the in Esri ArcGIS platform is very much important, because you can bring all kind of data here in a single platform, and that single platform you can analyze, and you can get your expected result. Okay. So ArcGIS is, yeah, definitely we are the proprietary license, but as well as ArcGIS is an open platform where you can bring all kind of open data, open portal, and open data that very much you can access in your ArcGIS platform. It may be in the desktop platform, it may be the enterprise. In the same way, you can share your service as a web, and that data also anybody can pull it from that. You can pull it from ArcGIS server or ArcGIS online system. And not only that, you can in ArcGIS platform support the Python. So if is there anybody is using that on Python, that Python data means Python script also they can very easily they can ingest in our ArcGIS platform. In the same way also, if you want to create some sort of model, then definitely you can bring it. So it is very much portable. So suppose if today you are working some sort of working with some other imagery platform, if you are bring that data, definitely you can bring that data and you can directly analyze it. Not only that, if suppose you some institute already developed there some sort of script, so that script also you can bring it in our platform and you can analyze further. Smart mapping, yes, it is also very much important, because nowadays I told you that GIS earlier, GIS and nowadays GIS has been the change into the scenario. So in ArcGIS platform there are multiple tabs and multiple we have the multiple maps and the smart mapping option, where very easily you can manage your data. You can display your data, because without that displaying the GIS, there is no meaning of the use the GIS. When is the spatial thing comes in the matter. So in ArcGIS platform, you can very easily correlate the data, you can bring all kind of data, and that data you can represent. So representing is also very much important. Suppose if you are gathering some sort of cluster point data, that you can, from that point data you can make some sort of small cluster, big cluster. Not only that, suppose if you have some sort of information where like time data is there also there, and the time you have the information, other information. So that data also you can dynamically make and you can represent with our ArcGIS platform. And also like you can suppose you want to create some sort of charting, because there are definitely GIS, whenever like we do analyze in GIS, definitely we have some meaning, because we have to represent the data, we have to analyze the data. So for that case, you have to create multiple kind of chart, maybe the pie chart, graph chart, and line chart. So dynamically based on your data in the ArcGIS platform, you can change and automatically it will move. So along with that, it's very much important, that is the dashboard, because dashboard is the thing where actually every data you can represent very way, and dashboard is basically especially used for any kind of like decision making department. Those those who are working as a like your CM dashboard. It may happen like a district level dashboard. It may happen like secretary level dashboard. So they want to monitor the daily status. For example, in India is now COVID vaccination is going on. So which location, how many vaccination is going, vaccinated people are there. Yeah, what is the present status? Which location location performing well, which location is performing not well. So everything you can manage and you can make it dashboard. And in E3 platform, that there is a very interesting thing that you can very easily you can create some sort of dashboard, and all the dashboard is the configurable dashboard, and ready to use means platform is there. So only the thing is that you have to bring the data, and you can easily you can configure and you can represent it. So location analytics is very much important, because everything is visual in GIS. So you have to represent your data, how you represent your data. So that is very much important. So because data is everywhere, but how you have to how you represent it, that is very much important nowadays. And which location and how you represent. So that is very much important, and there are many tools is there in ArcGIS platform, like spatial, statistical, and like suppose some data you have in Python script also. So in our ArcGIS platform, you can very easily can analyze it and visualize it properly. So that spatial analysis and data science also nowadays very much important, because now everything is spatial. Suppose if you want to monitor if you want to monitor some sort of flood, and like if you want to understand what is the flow path, and suppose if you want to create some sort of slope, and suppose if you want to create some sort of aspect, and so this kind of data very easily in our ArcGIS platform you can manage, and you can definitely display. Not only that, if you suppose you want to do some sort of machine learning and deep learning techniques, for example, one road is there and how many potholes are there, so you want to extract that data. So you want to make some count. Or not only that, suppose some buildings are there in a town and some storm is occurred. Okay, so after that, how much damages is there? So using the machine learning and deep learning technique, you will get the result. Also, I can example. So those who are working in the town planning division, and they want to understand that how many buildings have some sort of swimming pool. Yeah, what kind of rooftop is there? So with the help of the machine learning and deep learning technique, you can extract, you can get the result. So there are some advanced analytics is there. With the spatial platform, definitely you can do this kind of analysis. As well as nowadays 3D is also very much important in every aspect for all the verticals. For example, those who are working in the civil department, those who are working in the port section, those working like in the forestry division, those might be, because in India the topography, if you have seen, so entire northeast and the southern part, they have the hilly terrain. Okay, and they might be very much interested to create some sort of analysis kind of thing. So for that, this 3D is very important, because I already told in our ArcGIS E3 ArcGIS Pro platform, you can browse the 2D data and 3D data parallelly. Not only that, if you collect some sort of LiDAR image from any city, okay, and if you want to analyze it, so from that data also you can extract the information, and you can analyze it with our ArcGIS platform. Also, like real-time visualization and analytics is very much important, because I told you that there are a lot of IoT devices is installed, and that information also you want to analyze it. Yes, with ArcGIS platform you can bring all kind of real-time data, near real-time data, and you can analyze it. For example, today we are working with the field, and we are so you might be interested what is the traffic congestion. Okay, so that based on the traffic congestion, traffic department might need to take some decision. Yes, with this easily ArcGIS platform, they can take the decision very easily. Or I am taking another example. Suppose some VIP movement is there. Okay, and some VIP movement is there, and suppose today PM came to the Calcutta, Hyderabad, Guwahati. So for that reason, the traffic department may create some alternate route, so they can see the alternate, what is the traffic condition of the other nearby roads, and they can definitely very easily they can divert it, and they can create another track. So this is the very real time, near real time means data is very important, and that kind of information, and in our ArcGIS platform you can do and analysis it. Okay, field is another important part, because the GIS, okay, GIS is fine, and where actually we can create all the maps and we can bring all the data from other locations. Also, suppose those working in the field, it may be the agriculture department, it may be the forestry department, land records department. Those who work is mainly the field based. So suppose one agricultural from agricultural department, one people is visiting some sites, and he have seen they want to understand what is the crop scenario. So from that particular location, field location, they can capture the photograph of the particular field on which crop it is and what is the health of this particular crop, which type of crop, how many means expected output it may come, and they can access and they can take the photograph and geotag it, and they can send the all the information with the mobile application. Within a minute, within a second, that data will come to the ArcGIS Enterprise platform and enterprise web environment, and from that you can bring the data in your desktop platform, where you can analyze is that which location the data is coming, what is the crop scenario, and what need to be done. So this kind of information is very much important nowadays, because every field data is very much important. And if I take another example, like forestry division. So in forestry also, if you see that forestry officer might be visit in particular forest, and where actually human-animal conflict is there, so they can take the immediate take a picture of that location, and they can get the info, other info also they can input with that particular mobile application, and that data definitely they will share with the web platform, and that web platform, those who are sitting in the state head office, and definitely they can analyze that data, they can bring that data, and they create a relevant map and relevant information on it. So, and in Esri ArcGIS platform, it is very much easily, it is not only that, suppose you might be working in the remote location where might be your internet facility is not good. So in ArcGIS platform, we have the facility, you can work it in offline and online mode. So whenever like connectivity will come, so your data will automatically goes from mobile application to the web application, and it will again come to your your device and your desktop platform. So not only that, Esri nowadays, not only the GIS platform, we always say this GIS, but no, Esri ArcGIS is not a GIS platform. Rather than we can say it's a collaborative page where you can access, you have the bulk of data. Not only the base maps, there are a lot of imageries, and also there are a lot of data is available where multiple communities, multiple departments is sharing. That is readily available with us. So whenever like anybody is using the Esri ArcGIS desktop product, or Esri ArcGIS enterprise product, they can very easily use that data, they can analyze that data, and they can create the expected result. So, and also if you have your own data, that data also you can bring it and you can correlate it, and you can get the expected result. So during the demo time, I'll showcase you what kind of ready-made data we have. So Esri, nowadays, you might, or many of you might be know that ArcGIS ArcMap you already used, and now the ArcGIS is our actually desktop platform, which is actually expected to come, and already it is there. Somebody might be already you are using that ArcGIS Pro. So this is our totally smart technologies, and it is the latest technologies. It is a 64-bit application where you can analyze the data. You can bring 2D and 3D as parallelly, and not only that, all the like landslide data, like Sentinel data, satellite image data, digital elevation model, you can directly call in the Esri ArcGIS platform. So that is very much important, because you always work multiple kind of data with multiple kind of data, and you have seen that data collection is a very much headache. And so with our Esri ArcGIS Pro platform, you can bring and call that data, and you can directly work on it. So no need to download others' data. Or not only that, there are a lot of many features is available in our ArcGIS Pro platform. Now, that I'll show you whenever like I'll give some sort of glimpse on ArcGIS Pro. Along with that ArcGIS platform, there are multiple extension we have, like spatial analysis, network analysis, imagery analysis, data management catalogs, data interpretability, workflow manager. So there are multiple kind of small your extension is available based on the requirement, or you can use that, and that is the you can say is the advantages of the Esri ArcGIS platform. So this is the overall means platform interface and like platform architecture, where actually ArcGIS Pro, that is a desktop GIS platform where we can create all kinds of data, where we bring the all kinds of data, and we can do the desktop analysis here in ArcGIS Pro. After that, we can push that data to the ArcGIS Online via ArcGIS Server. So ArcGIS Online is a cloud-based software as a service platform, whereas ArcGIS Enterprise is a basically WebGIS platform where you can easily share the data from ArcGIS Pro, and from the those working in the field, they can also bring the data from the field, and they can also push the same data, multiple kind of others data also to the enterprise and ArcGIS platform. So in reverse way also, you can ArcGIS Arc Pro, it is the capability is there. You can pull the web data also in your desktop platform, and you can analyze it. So that is the overall means workflow of the ArcGIS environment. So what is the ArcGIS Enterprise? So for last two three slides, I'm continuing to talk about the ArcGIS Enterprise. So ArcGIS Enterprise is basically the WebGIS platform where actually we can bring all kind of data, one type of mass in the web, where actually multiple people can access the data, multiple people can get the analyze it from anywhere, any location. So that is the very much important, and the mapping and visualization, everything is a very smart there. So based on your requirement, when the ArcGIS Enterprise platform, yeah, ArcGIS Enterprise solution you might be using. So whenever like you are putting some sort of data, automatically map and other tables, chart, everything will be changed. So that is a smart mapping option is also available with our ArcGIS Enterprise system. So there are definitely there are some good features is there, like smart mapping that I already told you. Also, you can some sort of geocoding also you can do there. Multiple kind of analysis also is possible. Also, we have the Living Atlas context. So Living Atlas concept I already told, where that is a basically community engagements where multiple department, multiple agencies are sharing their data. So that data also directly you can access with our ArcGIS Enterprise platform. And not only that, you can create some sort of maps and apps, and you can readily you can share with that is a very configurable system where you can create multiple kind of tools and table, and also like you can create some sort of your own tools also. Not there are no need to development is required, only configure is required. And there are multiple ready-made template is also available. So you might be hard, okay, enterprise GIS, what is this? And you normally whenever like we know that WebGIS, we think that we have to development a lot, but we say in ArcGIS platform no need to develop, only configure, because already the structure is available, multiple templates is available, and you can very easily you can bring it, you can change the structure, you can change the color, you can change the model, you can change the your tools, and that develop everything is developed. Not only the 2D, it is also available in 3D also. If you want to publish your map and publish your data as a 3D also, that also it is very much possible, and you can set your own apps. So this is some glimpses of the like wizard. I already told that we have already developed our platform, and we have multiple tools, and so that is so this is the some sort of tools where you can using these tools and using this wizard you can configure it and you can use the data. So this is also the some sort of glimpse of the 3D WebGIS apps that I already told that some sort of tools is already developed. You need to only configure, and you can browse your data in a web platform. And this is the structure of the so why it is that I already told that field operation is very much nowadays. So this is the common workflow, how it works actually. So from ArcGIS desktop, you have to create a plan where actually you want to go for like field visit. Those who are working in the field, yeah, working in a team, some team member might be sitting in the head office, they can create some plan, and where actually which area we have to visit, yeah, which area we have to inspect it. And those who are working in the field, they might be thought that how we have to go. So for that case also we have the application kind of navigator app. They can with the using of the navigator app, they can easily get the information. What is that they can get the information that which tasks he has to assign, where which location he has to go. After that, they can get that particular location from there also. So they are using the survey 123 is a kind of field app is available, and that field app is basically to help to bring the data, and that data and from that data you can create some sort of apps. And also they can easily represent it in a dashboard mode. So this is a complete workflow, means how data will come and how data will come to the desktop platform, and how from desktop platform how you create the entire planning. After that, how your field worker has to be assigned, and how the field worker moves to the particular place, and how it is the particular field worker will collect the data, and when everything is comes in a place in the dashboard, you have to see. So this is the means final output. So this is the complete workflow that is supported by Esri ArcGIS platform. Okay. So this is it was my presentation only, and now I am going to showcase you some sort of live scenario. Just escape me. So till in the meantime, if you have any question, you can put it in the text chat, and after completing this session, definitely I'll tell you. Okay. So first I'll tell you that Esri is not only only the platform. We are not kind of product. It's have multiple kind of data, free data available with us. That data you have to bring in your ArcGIS platform. You can do the necessary result. So before to represent that, I am going to show you one thing. Those is basically Esri Wayback Imagery. So it is basically the gallery where actually multiple years data is available with us, and you can very easily compare it. For example, in GIS, you might be heard that change detection kind of analysis. Yeah, want to understand what was the earlier image, what is the scenario was there, and now what is the changes there. So this is the one image I'm going to open, and there's in here I'm just selecting like 2014, 2020, 16, 2020 data, and in the another side I'm selecting like 2011, 6, 2014 data. And again, I am zooming it a little bit. Okay, so here I think this is the final. Okay, I'm selecting here again 2021 for data. Okay, and another side I am choosing, for example, this one. Okay, so this is the changes. So Esri in ArcGIS platform, we have the site that is Living Atlas and the Wayback Esri Wayback Imagery content. So in Esri Wayback Imagery content, the interesting thing is that we have the huge data repository from 2014 onwards. Okay, so if suppose you are staying particularly in your area, you can see the changes, what kind of changes is required. So for that case, no need to download the data or no need to bring it to the others where you have to directly you can access this data, and that data also you can bring in your ArcGIS platform and you can get the result. So that is very much important for any kind of department or institution. Those who are mainly working and doing the research work is good there. Yeah, those department in the government department, like municipal department, yeah, town planning department, they can also use that result. Not only that, disaster is a very much important department, because we have seen the only the 1 month before there is Jaws, the storm was there, cyclone. So what is that? So you can analyze many things here. Actually, we using our that Wayback Imagery platform. So this is the link. That link definitely I'll share. You can also browse it. So if you want to this data, definitely you must have your ArcGIS platform. Without ArcGIS platform, we can access this data. You can access the data, but if you want to analyze it, definitely you need your ArcGIS platform. Another thing is that we have the Landslide Explorer. Okay, so here are actually all the landslide imagery is available with us, and from that you can directly do the multiple kind of analysis. Suppose you can see there is a like agriculture. Suppose I want to analyze on agriculture, so on the fly we'll get the result. So that is the beauty of the ArcGIS. So for that case, no need to no need to download your landslide. Nothing is required. From here also you can select and pick up your date, from which date you want to analyze, from which date data you want. So based on that you can get the result, and you can very easily analyze it. So that is the very important and interesting part of the Esri ArcGIS platform. Those who are working in the ArcGIS Pro, they can directly bring that Landspot Explorer, all the data repository, and they can analyze it their ArcGIS desktop platform. So not only that, suppose if you are working, want to suppose you are working on the vegetation and you want to create vegetation indices, so only simple click on it, so it will automatically give the result. So this is the vegetation indices for Kolkata. So this is the town of Kolkata, and if I move somewhere, there is a lot of villages there. So based on the crop and what kind of NDVI result you can get. Not only that, if you want to add your data, means your area of interest, that data also you can bring it and you can get your expected result. Yeah, this is for this, using this URL you can browse it. But if you want to really use it, then definitely you must be required your our ArcGIS desktop platform, yeah, ArcGIS enterprise platform. In the same way, we have another kind of data. We have data hub, that is basically central layer explorer. So this resolution is much more better than our means Landsat. The same here also, you can create multiple kind of analysis. You are ready to available with us. For example, here I'm going to like vegetation indices. No, not only here, I'm like urban index. If you suppose if you want to create one urban index, yes, very easily you can do, and you can get the result based on whenever like any area which what is your expected means AOI, yeah, study area, you can select particular that area and automatically you can get the result. That is on the fly. So that is another beauty of the ArcGIS means platform. And this is a freely available Sentinel-2 Explorer and Landsat-2 Explorer, where the all the means history of the huge 20-30 years data is available with us, and you can get this result and you can analyze it on the fly. Suppose if I want to like prediction, I'm selecting, and if I go for like apply, so on the fly it will give our result. So that is the beauty of the ArcGIS, that is the beauty of the history platform. And if you want this kind of result, definitely you must have ArcGIS Enterprise platform, or you must have the ArcGIS Pro. From Pro or ArcGIS Enterprise, you can bring that data, and for viewing purpose, definitely you can use this portal and it definitely can get the results. So that is a very much interesting thing for ArcGIS. Another thing I will tell you, that is a basically living atlas. So I already told that this GIS is not means that you have to create the point, line, layer, polygon kind of thing. GIS is basically like an ecosystem where multiple application would be there, multiple data would be there, multiple data sharing would be there, and it is where the also like a community engagement. So for that case, we have the Living Atlas Gallery. So in the Living Atlas Gallery, ISRI is already tied up with multiple renowned institutions. ISRI also tied up with multiple agencies, foreign agencies, those who are continuously providing and sharing their data. So that data is a huge repository we have nowadays. So if you have that ISRI ArcGIS platform, it may be the ArcGIS Enterprise, it may be the ArcGIS Desktop Pro, you can bring that data on your desktop platform, your enterprise platform, and in a few minutes you can get the result and can do any kind of analysis, whatever you want. Suppose those who love to work with the weather data, yes, we have that weather feed. They can bring that weather feed in the ArcGIS desktop platform. So from there also you can get the result. Or not only that, if you're working in the enterprise platform, so that feed also you can bring to the enterprise platform and you can get your expected result. So that is the huge repository we have. Also, I told you during that presentation time, I already described that traffic is also very much important. What is the traffic condition is there? So the town planner is there. For example, I am staying in one small town in the Chandanagar. It is in the Hooghly district of West Bengal. So here might be Chandanagar Municipal Corporation town planner, and he might be saying that what should be the alternate route. Well, yeah, he might be thinking for like to create one flyover. So what is the traffic condition, particular scenario of the traffic in Chandanagar? So we see he can definitely access this service, and he can study the day wise. So in the daytime, yeah, morning time, yeah, evening time, night time, what is the traffic congestion scenario? And also year wise, also from January to December, they can very easily study this data, and based on that they can take the necessary decision where actually flyover is required actually. So there are a lot of data we have. So this is 1-2 example I am giving, but it's a huge data. That data you can bring it and you can analyze it. So there are a lot of raster data is available, vector data is available. Suppose somebody is working with like some sort of vector data, and suppose somebody working with the population data, where actually somebody might be using some land use land cover data. So there is a huge repository data available with our ISRI ArcGIS platform, and you can bring it, you can access this data, and you can analyze it data. Okay, so that another portal that shown another interesting thing. Whenever like you might be think that how we can work with the ArcGIS platform end of the day, and yeah, I am not aware of the ArcGIS platform, and I am very beginner. How should I learn? So for that reason also we have a very good means portal. So that is the Learn ArcGIS. So in whenever like you will access the Learn ArcGIS, so here there you will found different kind of app is like new user portal, GIS professional, data scientist, students, teacher, professor. So first you have to decide who you are. So you are the new user. So first you have to click here, and on a single click you have to explore. So whenever like you have to click the new user, so enter the hub is there. That ready-made content is there, all the lesson is there. So very easily you can bring that data, you can download that data, you can analyze how the tools, yeah, how your means everything, how the data analysis is possible, and very easily you can all the step is mentioned there. So that is a very interesting of our ArcGIS means platform, yeah, ArcGIS ecosystem. Not only that, suppose I am a student, I'm very beginning, and I don't have not much GIS knowledge. So what should I do? Why? How I use the GIS? Yes, for that case, also they have a ready-made content. They can download it, they can read it, and all the session might be, some session might be 30 hours, some session might be 20 minutes, some session might be 1 hour. So there are different kind of sessions. But before that, you must have the ISRI ArcGIS platform. With this platform only you can use that data. Also, suppose I'm a professor, and I'm giving some lecture to particular some students, and based on the, so for the content is also available for professor, those working in the means teachers in the college. They can also think, and they how they will learn, and how they will tell to the students what is the advanced analytics is available. So for this also there are a lot of ready-made content is available. They can easily download it, they can also analyze it, and they can very easily will be able to explain it. So that is the one of the such a beauty of the ISRI ArcGIS platform. So no need to worry about that how you learn. So there are everything is available. Now I'm going to show you some sort of small demo kind of thing in our ArcGIS means ArcGIS desktop platform, that is the ArcGIS Pro. So I already told that all the ready-made content, yeah, ready-made data is available with our ISRI ArcGIS platform. So here also I told you that Sentinel image, landslide image explorer. So here actually I bring, this is my desktop platform where I bring the landslide data. So it is available from, see here, from 1972. So so this is the scenario where you can bring all the landslide data, and that landslide data you can directly go for analyze. So no need to move another platform. All the data is available with us only, and you can directly call that data in desktop platform, and you can do further analysis. So normally other practice, whatever, you have to download individual data from different website. It may be landslide data, it may be the Sentinel data, it may be the digital elevation model. So nowadays everything is available in the ArcGIS platform. No need to download here and there, or no need to move here and there. Only you must have the ArcGIS platform where you can call all the data from portal, yeah, ArcGIS Living Atlas content, and from there you can get this data, and after getting this data you can directly go for the analysis. So here suppose I'm bringing this landslide data. So another example I'm going to show you. From that data I downloaded some part of the landslide data, and here actually I try to download it three data. One is from Landsat, so one is like your data is from 2020 data I have downloaded from that particular Landsat series. Another data I have downloaded for 2018. Another data I have downloaded for 2013. So here actually my objective was to create the NDVI and what is the NDVI changes. So in this ArcGIS platform, I directly call that data from Landsat series, and here I downloaded and I subset my study area. Okay, and after that I create the NDVI on that particular area. So everything is here in Esri ArcGIS platform. So in right side, if you see, the raster function available is there. In the raster function, you can see the all kind of analysis wizard is also available. So if you want to create like NDVI, then you have to create on that. Suppose you want to categorize it in a coloring mode, so you have to click on the NDVI colorized. In the same way, also there are multiple analysis tools is available with our Esri ArcGIS platform. So this is the some sort of Gimplex. For data management also we have the tools. So that is very much interesting, and nowadays very much easy to handle the data with our ArcGIS platform. So here this is the NDVI. What after that, in the Esri ArcGIS Pro platform, what I did, I have created the minus value between the 2 years, like 2013 and 18, and also from 2018 and 20. After that, I get the result, the minus, and finally my my expected result was what is the difference, what is the canopy difference, what is the moisture difference. Yes, from that data only I get I extracted that data actually and get the result, what is the differences of the canopies and what is the difference of the moisture. So these kind of advanced analytics you can very easily you can do with Esri ArcGIS platform, with ArcGIS Pro. And then for that data, I no need to go here and there. I directly call the data and go for the further analysis. Another interesting demo I have going to show you. I created one demo here, that is the landslide analysis. Landslide is a landslide susceptibility zone, because you know that in India, the many hill terrain in the entire northeast, not only northeast, if you go into the western escarpment and the escarpment or the Himalayan region, you have seen the lot of landslides occur during the monsoon season. Suppose somebody is moving to the Gangtok, Sikkim, they also she might be also seen the landslide zone. So landslide is a very much headache, and how you can analyze that data. So for that data, you might be require some sort of road data. So that road data already available in our Esri ArcGIS platform. That data, that free data I use. So only that the free data I have used here, and after that I want to create the model. Based on that I want to mirror what is I created my zone, where is actually my road is there. Based on that I want to try to create some sort of buffer, okay, where actually the road is scenario. After that, in ArcGIS platform, I downloaded the DEM here. Not only downloaded, I can rather than I can say I call the DEM in ArcGIS platform. After that, from that DEM, I try to create some streams channel. So based on the streams channel, what I did, I created the stream model also. Means where is the vulnerable zone is there, most stream, because you know that landslide is very much depends actually the erosions, or like where actually vegetation is there. So vegetation is so very much important, that I'm going to show you. Not only that, slope is very much important, where actually landslide. So I downloaded that DEM and extracted that DEM, called that DEM, and after that I created from Tawang, and after that particular from DEM I try to create one slope of that area where actually the slope is more, where actually slope is less. That is very much important. After that, I already told you that you can in Esri ArcGIS Pro platform very easily you can bring your data. It may be the landslide data, or maybe it may be the like other data, satellite data. You can easily bring. So it's in the same way I bring the satellite images, landscape data. From there I try to create the NDVI, because NDVI, you know that where is actually healthy vegetable is available, so there is a less chance for landslide. Because if grassroot that all the roots of the trees are very important, because if there is no tree, there are highly chances for like highly vulnerable for landslide zone. Because if trees is there is you can satisfy yes, this zone might not be, because there is a root is there. That root is basically capture the water and the other content and the soils. So soil erosion and other chances is very less. So that also that NDVI result is very much important. So after that I just reclass my streams, my roads, my NDVI and slope. After that I just try to create the vulnerability model. So where I give the I give the priorities for a vulnerability model. Yeah, definitely, if you have rainfall data and other kind of data, that is also very much important for us. But here I consider only four model. One is means slope, one is NDVI, one is road, and other streams. So based on that, I give the priorities. For slope is the 40, and for river I give the priority is the 30. For road, I'm giving the considering the given the priority in the 20, and for ND for I give the priorities at 10. So based on that, I created this model, and based on that, I get the result. So those who are representing in the red color is the basically high landslide zone, where it is the in orange color it is a moderate landslide zone, and what is representing in yellow color is a very landslide zone. So the beauty is that for this kind of analysis, I no need to go here and there because all the data I have in our ArcGIS platform only. So that is the beauty of the EC ArcGIS platform. So now this is the thing from my side. So now you can ask me the question if you have any. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking such an informative, wonderful session with us and being here with us today. So, if dear attendees, do you have any query? You can post here. You can put in the comment box also, or you can lively interact with our sir. If you have any question.
Yes, suppose if someone is analyzing the city, any
Yes.
urban area, and as you were pointing out, that we can actually analyze and see things on a fly like thing. Now, for instance, if we just take a city and we want to know its demography, its density, composition, and then if we immediately want to know what is the area of streets, what is the area of built-up mass or green
Yes.
mass, all the
Yes.
characteristics of urban this thing, can we immediately get it just the way you were telling, sir?
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely, you can bring it because we have that living atlas content. So there are a lot of communities is there. Those already shared some sort of land use, land cover data, some sort of built-up data. So you might not be get the in detail, but definitely you will get some sort of the data, and definitely you will get the result
Okay, sir.
with
Thank
analysis, because that is the beauty that I told. Because yeah, definitely whenever like you want to analysis in detail, so for that case you have to collect the data. But whenever you want to analyze very fast and you need the expected result, so for that case definitely we have the ready-made content, and definitely you can use that ready-made content where you know that survey of India boundary, like district boundary, a block boundary is available with us, road data we have. And not only that, somebody is might be required that the population density is also that data presently we have. And not only that, I have seen that in India content also, like literacy rate and other many information is available in raster format, also in vector format also. So that is comes in the vector format, because if whatever you are saying in that comes in a vector format, yes, that data is available with us and you can directly go for analyze. But whenever like you want some precision result, so for that case you need to bring the data from field and other sources only.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, some participants are asked in the chat box, what is the difference between the raster data and the vector data?
So that is the basic thing. Okay. Yeah. So raster is basically a pixel-based information. Whereas vector is the data where I have to create. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Some echo is coming from my side actually. Yes, that's fine. So actually, raster is the thing, is a totally pixel-based information, and raster image normally we take from the satellite image. We can call it as a like raster image. Suppose you are capturing the data from drone, so that is you can call as a raster image. So raster image, what we have seen, the raster image is a basically pixel-based information, and that data only capture the information from that particular pixel. So for example, if you are using the Landsat data, so Landsat data definitely is a kind of raster data where each pixel size is like 27 kilometer and 20 centimeter parameter. So based on that, the information will come. In the same way, what is the vector data? Whenever like you are working, the point of location, like your police station location, your hospital location, yeah, any kind of location. If you suppose, or you can work on like railway line, yeah, like road in a single line. So this is basically your line data. That is also comes under the vector data. And also another vector kind of vector data is available. There is the polygon data. When like you want to create, you want to digitize this from the satellite image for like any kind of ground. If you want to extract it like some sort of water bodies, if you drag it and you can draw it, so it's a kind of like a vector data. So there is actually huge session because it is, I think it is also like full day session if I tell about the like what is the raster data and vector data. So I think for here I think it is sufficient, because it is also huge topic and it a full day will over if I tell you about the raster and vector. So you can, rather than you can also search and Google and you can get some idea on the what is the raster or vector. But this is the overall means content. What is the raster data and what is the vector data?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Another question from Mr. Abdul Khalik. Can
Yes.
we use the Living Atlas data in ArcGIS?
Yeah,
Means
definitely.
not the pro version.
Yeah, definitely. ArcGIS means?
He says means not the pro version.
No, this
No,
is
no,
actually
this is actually-
available is Pro, because that is a huge data content is available. So that only it is feasible to work in the ArcGIS Pro only. Because otherwise your system might be hanged, because it is a huge data repository and the other facilities, whatever like I'm going during the demo, whatever I like showcase to you directly, that call that data and bring the data to manage the data, that for that case definitely your ArcGIS Arc Pro is required, because Arc Pro is the totally latest technology, and not only the latest technology, I can say it is the vision for like 2020, 2021 now, and 2025 and 2030 is a beyond future also. ArcFree is only the future, and where actually you can manage the huge kind of data. So definitely Arc Pro is recommended here. But yes, definitely ArcGIS Arc Map also you can bring that data, but I don't think that much more facility will be available there in the older version.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, another question from Mr. Piyush Purohit. What is the pricing for all that platform?
No, that I can't disclose here, because it is totally different pieces and one-to-one on discussion here. Our sales team is there; they can easily convey the message. Actually, I am from technical sector. I have no right to say about on this thing.
Okay, sir. Sir, Mr. Mohin Khan has interested to ask, how can I use ArcGIS on macOS since it's not available for Mac?
Yes, I'm now.
How can he use ArcGIS on macOS devices since it's not available for Mac devices?
So you need the Windows device only. Presently, we have the Windows devices, and it is recommended also Windows, because you will a lot of help you will get from internet. For Mac, I don't think it is only means US clients normally they are used. They have their solution, but in India context, normally like to prefer the Windows environment you must use, because all the analysis and all the means whatever the result and the help is available, it is available in Windows only. It's compatible to Windows platform only.
Thank you so much, sir, for the clarification. From participant, any other queries you wanted to ask from our sir?
Sir, one question I have.
Yes.
Sir, like you created a map and you showed us the landslide vulnerable zones. Sir, if I want to create the same map of Jammu and Kashmir, like for the Jhelum Basin, for floods, and I want to show what are the vulnerable areas
Yes.
around the Jhelum Basin. Sir, for that, can I get the base map of from the ISRI where I
Yes. So whenever like you have the platform ArcGIS Pro, so with the ArcGIS Pro, you can easily do the same thing. Whatever I did for it is for like Arunachal Pradesh, but you can the same thing you can do with Jammu Kashmir also. Excuse me, but you require that ArcGIS Pro, and with ArcGIS Pro is the named user license, and you can bring that data. Whatever I told you, that Living Atlas content, you have to bring that data. After that, definitely you can do. Hello.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, another from Mr. Abdul Khalik. He requested, please, sir, post the link for Living Atlas.
Yeah, definitely. That I'll share. That I'll share. And I think where is the sharing option? Text chat. Okay, I think I'm giving the. One minute, I'm going to share it. Yes. Also, you want like Living Atlas, na? Fine. I already shared it. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for taking such an informative, wonderful session with us and being here with us today.
Yeah. Thank you, Sudhir.
Now, yes, sir. Nowadays the data and the real-time visualization and the analytics DBMS which have been shown by you today is a most crucial governing element, and you are
Yes.
really explained about it, sir. And
Yes.
we have also learned a real-time change detection hands-on demo on S3's ArcGIS platform. So thank you so much, sir, for
Yes.
presenting this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think our participants are very much satisfied with today's lecture and the other slide. Okay. So, for your information, Ananya Salkia posted, thank you, sir. Divyan, thank you. Ikra, thank you. Yes. Pink side is left now. Yes. Yes, so for today our special lecture season has been over. If you have program related any query, you can ask now or you can post via our email ID also. And for your kind information, I will present, okay. Try to present. Yes. And for your kind information, I think from from 27 June, another course on 3 days capacity building program, national level online capacity building program on severe climatic hazard and its prediction modeling will be start. You can register it. We will post via mail ID also. So okay, we are all, and today's session has been over. I will give you the attendance link. Tomorrow is the last day of your program, of our program. So thanks to all of you for being here with us. And yes, another thing I will wanted to say. whoever did not able to find or submit their assignment in Google Form, because assignment is only acceptable in Google Form also, and today is the 25 June, last date will was 22 June. So by 4:30 p.m. you can able, if it is possible, you can able to submit your assignment. I will accept the portal, whatever it is. Yes, now you can submit your assignment via Google Form link. Okay, and after 4:30 p.m. today, this will not accepted any submission. So before that, please submit your assignment. And for tomorrow, kindly join before 3 p.m. because tomorrow is the last session with us, to all of you. So we wish you all the great success in upcomings and a safe journey to all of you. Thank you very much. Mr. JP Sharma, you are too late for today's class. It's already 4:11 p.m. and you are now joined.